Hello everyone. In today's Carnivores profile, what we're doing is a hadrosaur, a sauropelophyne, and one of the rare herbivorous dinosaurs. That is Trachodon, or a rare herbivorous dinosaurs native to the east central sector of FMM UV32. They are legal to hunt in certain regions of the eastern tour, though hunters will have to find them first. The Trachodon is basically an outdated name for Edmontosaurus. So, Trachodon are large semi-aquatic herbivores that thrived on humid, lush jungles of the eastern sector. These areas have the right conditions to provide good amounts of the right types of plants to feed on. A mixture of mostly aquatic plants, ferns, and horsetails, though they may also supplement their diet with fish on occasionally. They've adapted into the rather good swimmers to seek out their food, sometimes even diving deeper into the lakes to reach the lake floor's vegetation. They're normally solitary dinosaurs that prefer to wander on their own, but they are tolerant of other herbivores and other members of their species. On occasion, they gather around the same feeding spot. They have been observed to be very sociable and willingly interact with each other, similarly to their gregarious relatives. But they've never been seen forming a proper herd, as members eventually leave on their own after having their fill. And for its Earth counterpart, the Earth Edmontosaurus are social animals. Herding, there are fossil evidence include bone beds and trackways suggest that Edmontosaurus lived in herds, ranging from small groups to large of thousands. This herding behavior likely provides safety in numbers, shielding them from predators like T-Rex. Nesting. Evidence indicate that Edmontosaurus, like other hadrosaurs, nest in colonies potentially for maternal protection from predators and other threats. And parental care. That the female Edmontosaurs provide parental care to their young, guiding them and protecting them from danger. Migration. Edmontosaurs are migratory, likely driven the need to access different feeding grounds and nesting sites. But the FMM, Trachodon, doesn't do social behavior. They prefer to wander alone, but they will gather in a feeding spot. Once they're done, they go their separate ways. Trachodon specimens can reach large sizes, too big for most predators on the sector to even try to approach. Like its Earth counterpart, the Earth Edmontosaurus' size, especially E. annectens, typically growing to a length of 12 meters, 39 feet, and weighing around 5.6 metric tons. But there are larger specimens that could reach large size. The X Rex, estimated to have been 15.3 meters or 50 feet and weighed 18 tons. Although not Shantungosaurus size, they are still large hadrosaurs, and no predator wouldn't dare mess with one. But the one exception being Tyrannosaurus, described as preferring them as their favorite prey, due to the large amount of meat that provide that comparatively low effort to kill. Trachodons struggle to run at higher speeds, so their only form of defense is to outweigh and tackle potential attackers. But their strength is not of little use against the tyrant lizard, and so they stand little chance of survival on land. The only chance of escaping they have against the T-Rex is to flee into the large body of water and swim, potentially submerging themselves out of reach. And for its Earth counterpart, the Earth Edmontosaurus indectens' speed was capable of running at speeds comparable to or even exceeding those of T-Rex. Studies indicate that it could run up to 28 miles per hour or 45 kilometers per hour in short bursts when on two legs. While they mainly walked on all fours, they were capable of running on two legs. This speed was likely a key factor in their survival as it allowed them to escape predators. And for their speed, they could reach 50 kilometers per hour or 35 miles per hour when galloping on fours. But running on two legs, they could run up to 50 kilometers per hour or 31 miles per hour when on two legs. And as I said before, despite hadrosaurs looking defenseless, they have no armor, no horns, or anything. But there are large hadrosaurs like Shantungosaurus magnipolia and Edmontosaurus itself. They do have defenses and weaponry, like size and mass. Edmontosaurs are massive animals, with some individuals reaching large size. They will use their body and weight to trample or even kick with their powerful legs and their tail to tail swing at any other predator would dare try to hunt it, or use its front limbs to stomp or punch, because the Amatosaurus of Earth has hooves at the front of its limbs, with some thumb spike. Well, not really a thumb spike. You get the idea. And a beak, well, not a weapon. Well, it could bite, but it will be less effective. And herding behavior. They lived in herds, meaning that the predator would have a hard time trying to pick off Edmontosaurus. But but the T-Rex would have to bite the thigh muscle from an Edmontosaurus. Like I said before, one bite of that muscle, because it will fall down, it will cause considerable pain. It would have a hard time trying to get up. And then the T-Rex will finish the killing blow. Though they can easily be identified from their duckbill shaped mouth, these animals don't otherwise have any kind of peculiar weapons or display structure like other hadrosaurs relatives, like the Parasaurolophus. They make for a good beginner's first large trophy, as they aren't particularly difficult to hunt. The target zones are the throat, the spine around the neck region, and head. Watch out for their bill, as any strike to this bony area will not be lethal. It is advised to avoid the tried and true method of cornering the herbivores against a shoreline, as Trachodon are more than comfortable swimming away to safety, as with most prey animals. They're active at dawn and day, preferring to sleep during the night. And its Earth counterpart, the Earth Edmontosaurus, is rather a terrestrial animal, and the FMM Trachodon slash Edmontosaurus took on a semi-aquatic role. So, at some point, it had an ancestor that was terrestrial, but might have split off or even evolved the semi-aquatic hadrosaur. So, and that's it for this video. Like and subscribe, and see you later, guys.